Hello, boys and girls. Are you ready to read some scary stories with me? Some are scary, some are not so scary, but I think you'll like them all the same. Oh, one more thing. Happy Halloween. Beatrice Likes the Dark by April Genevieve Ducloc, illustrated by Collet. Beatrice likes the dark, 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 and the dark, dark, dark likes her. She wears black pajamas and black socks and even black underwear with little white bats. Beatrice likes the night, night, night. And the night, night, night likes her. When everyone sleeps, Beatrice tiptoes up the old creaky stairs to the farmhouse attic. Beatrice likes spiders, spiders, spiders. She whispers hello, hello, hello to all the spiders hiding in the attic. She switches on her flashlight and they scurry into dark corners. Beatrice also likes to scurry into dark corners. Beatrice likes cloudy skies and digging in the night black garden dirt, and having picnics in grassy graveyards, and petting the black barn cats and whispering her secrets in their ears, and taking walks through dark enchanted forests where the trees are tall and twisted and mysterious. Things Beatrice understands: milky moonbeams and hooting owls in a sky full of stars. Things Beatrice doesn't understand: hot sunny days, people who never stop talking, 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 popping popcorn and booming fireworks. Why, some things are so bright, 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 and so loud, loud, loud. But most of all, Beatrice doesn't understand her sister, Rue. Beatrice's younger sister, Rue, likes the light, 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 and the light, light, light likes her. She likes sunshine and birthday parties and smashing, crashing, blasting noises and wearing pink and red and purple. Rue likes waking up early and running outside to pick sun-warmed strawberries from the garden and filling her pockets with buttons and leaving a trail of them through the trees, a fairy tale button path, and climbing the ladder to the crooked tree house, and shouting her name from its little window, Roo, Roo, Roo. Things Rue understands: red balloons and yellow marbles and bright blue skies. Things Rue doesn't understand: black clothes with little bats on them, spiders in attics, milky moonbeams and hooting owls in a sky full of stars. Why, some things are so quiet, 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 and so dark, dark, dark. But most of all, Rue doesn't understand her sister Beatrice. Beatrice and Rue sleep side by side in the snug, warm farmhouse. Windows open wide, the summer breeze tickling their skin. The sisters glare at each other from across the wide, soft bed until each falls asleep. Soft eyelids, soft breaths, tight frowns. Beatrice dreams of a haunted bell tower lit with dripping candles, shimmering crimson beetles singing sad songs, sleek black ravens perched on chalk-white bones, a dark-eyed boy living in a crumbling castle, two sisters watching fireflies twinkle and dance like stars. Rue dreams of two spotted horses nibbling rosy-cheeked apples. The rosy-cheeked apples. The black barn cats wearing pink striped bow ties. A tall woman with white hair surrounded by butterflies. A magical forest filled with talking trees. A dark-eyed boy living in a blue cottage by the sea. Two sisters squeezing lemons for lemonade, each yellow fruit like a small sun between their hands. Beatrice wakes, her face full of moonlight. She climbs halfway up the attic steps and stops. Beatrice, don't leave me alone. I'm scared of the dark, dark, dark. Beatrice tiptoes back down the steps. She takes Rue's hand and leads her to the attic. Beatrice likes making potions. Her father gave her a large red bowl to mix her ingredients. Beatrice shows Rue how to make a Rue potion. Beatrice puts all the things she has collected into the bowl. Grass clippings, melted snow from last winter saved in a large blue mason jar. Raindrops that fell through the hole in the roof of the barn, saved in a small blue mason jar. Rose petals from a bush near an abandoned house. 4 drops of vanilla extract sprinkled from a small black bottle. Soft white blossoms from the twisted old apple tree. Dried orange peel from a bright, juicy orange she ate last month. A handful of blue-black poppy seeds, which remind Beatrice of insect eyes. And a penny she found near a fallen gravestone. Rue stirs the Rue potion and smiles, smiles, smiles. Beatrice pours the potion into a clear bottle. She tells Rue to rub the potion into her wrist before going to bed. because the Rue potion will help Rue like the dark. Rue believes her. Rue wakes, her face full of sunshine. She climbs the stairs to the attic. Rue takes Beatrice's hand and drags her away from the spiders, away from the gloom, and out under the bright blue sky. Together the sisters pick jade green snap peas in the garden, bare toes curling in the dirt, dirt, dirt. They stand under the old apple tree, and Rue teaches Beatrice a song about butterflies and balloons and lemons. Rue tells Beatrice that the song will help her like the light, and Beatrice believes her. The sun sets pink and red and purple. The two sisters sit on the farmhouse steps and howl at the moon. Black cats purr at their feet. Rue helps Beatrice collect items for her potions on the wild, windy night under the fierce, silvery stars. Rue still doesn't love the dark, and Beatrice still doesn't love the light, but they can love each other all the same. Beatrice holds Rue, and Rue holds Beatrice, and the dark, dark, dark holds them both until the light, light, light returns again. Beatrice likes the dark. Sweet and spooky Halloween. A princess loves to celebrate Halloween. It's the perfect time of year to plan a sweet and spooky party with friends. Cinderella carves big orange pumpkins, and Gus and Jacques love to help. When Cinderella finishes carving, she turns the pumpkins into glowing jack-o'-lanterns. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather love using magic to create colorful costumes for Princess Aurora. Ariel uses seashells and seaweed to make silly masks for the Halloween festival under the sea. Ah, Flounder is a pirate. Arr. Belle bakes sweet Halloween treats for the Beast. Pumpkin pie is his favorite. Cinderella hands out candy to all the trick-or-treaters who come to the castle. Gus likes to fill a little candy bag of his own. The dwarfs love bobbing for apples. Dopey is the best. He doesn't have a beard to get in the way. Halloween is a time for tricks. In their silly and creepy costumes, Ariel and Flounder surprise Sebastian and say, "Boo!" It is also a time for treats. Snow White stuffs bags of sweets for all the dwarfs. Halloween can also be a spooky time, especially in the Beast's castle. Belle tells scary Halloween stories that make even the Beast tremble with fright. With fish and merfolk, Wearing creepy costumes, even the sea can seem very spooky on Halloween. Flounder is scared to swim through the dark caves and grottos. But Halloween is also a time for fun. With a little magic, Cinderella and the prince ride in a carriage that really is a giant pumpkin. Costumes and carvings, candy and cobwebs, tricks and treats. Halloween is surely the sweetest and spookiest time of all. What will you be for Halloween? A princess? Sweet and spooky Halloween. The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything, by Linda Williams and illustrated by Megan Lloyd. Once upon a time, there was a little old lady who was not afraid of anything. One windy afternoon, the little old lady left her cottage and went for a walk in the forest to collect herbs and spices, nuts and seeds. She walked so long and so far that it started to get dark. There was only a sliver of moon shining through the night. The little old lady started to walk home. Suddenly she stopped. Right in the middle of the path were two big shoes, and the shoes went clomp, 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 clomp. "Get out of my way, you two big shoes. I'm not afraid of you," said the little old lady. On she walked down the path, but behind her she could hear two shoes go clomp, 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 clomp. A little farther on, the little old lady stumbled into a pair of pants, and the pants went wiggle, wiggle. "Get out of my way, you pair of pants. I'm not afraid of you," and the little old lady, said the little old lady, and she walked on. But behind her she could hear two shoes go clomp, clomp, and one pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. Farther still, the little old lady bumped into a shirt, and the shirt went shake, shake. "Get out of my way, you silly shirt. I'm not afraid of you," said the little old lady, and on she walked, a little bit faster, but behind her she could hear two shoes go clump, clump, one pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle, and one shirt go shake, shake. A little ways on, the little old lady came upon two white gloves and a tall black hat. And the gloves went and the hat went nod, nod. "Get out of my way, you two white gloves and you tall black hat. I'm not afraid of you," she said, and on she walked, just a little bit faster, but behind her she could hear two shoes go clump, clump, one pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle, one shirt go shake, shake, two gloves go, and one hat go nod, nod. By now the little old lady was walking at quite a fast pace. She was very near her cottage when she was startled by a very huge, very orange, very scary pumpkin head. And the head went Boo! Boo! This time the little old lady did not stop to talk. She did not stop at all. She ran. But behind her she could hear two shoes go clomp, clomp. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go shake, shake. Two gloves go. One hat go nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin head go boo, boo. The little old lady did not look back. She ran as fast as she could and didn't stop to catch her breath until she was safe inside her cottage with the door locked. She sat in her chair by the fire and she rocked and she rocked. It was so quiet in her cottage before the on the door. Should she answer it? Well, she was not afraid of anything. So she went to the door and opened it. What do you think she saw? Oh. Two shoes go clump, clump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go shake, shake. Two gloves go. One hat go nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin head go boo, boo. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady bravely. What do you want anyway? We've come to scare you. You can't scare me, said the little old lady. Then what's to become of us? The pumpkin head suddenly looked unhappy. I have an idea, said the little old lady. She whispered into the pumpkin's ear. The pumpkin's head nodded, and its face seemed to brighten. The little old lady said good night, closed the door, and whistled on her way to bed. The next morning she woke up early. She went to her window and looked out into her garden. And what do you think she saw? Two shoes go clump, clump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go shake, shake. Two gloves go. One hat go nod, nod. One scary pumpkin head go boo, boo. And scare all the crows away. The little old lady who was not afraid of anything. In the Haunted House, written by Eve Bunting and illustrated by Susan Madow. This is the house where the scary ones hide. Open the door and step softly inside. An organ is playing a funeral air. It's playing and playing, but nobody's there. Ghosts swim in the hallway. 3 witches appear. Bats hang by their feet from the cracked chandelier. Give me your hand. You're as brave as can be. I know you're not frightened, but stay close to me. At the top of the stairs, where the long cobwebs drift, is a box with a lid that says, "Do not lift." The mirror that hangs on the dark paneled wall shows faces that don't look like faces at all. A mummy's in bed, and it's dead as can be. So why does its dead eye keep winking at me? And who's in the closet, dark as a tomb, rattling his bones in the gloom, gloomy gloom? I know you're not frightened, but still, we could go. No one would notice. No, you say? No? The roof space is creeping and crawling with things. Things that have horns and raggedy wings. There's a coffin-shaped tub, claw-footed and deep, and in it's a vampire who smiles in his sleep. At the basin, a werewolf is washing his snout, sucking in water and spouting it out. Is someone behind us? I don't want to look. It might be a zombie. It might be a spook. We're back where we started. The bats are still there. The organ's still playing a funeral air. It's time to go home, to step softly outside, out of the house where the scary things hide, into the day that's a sparkle with sun. Halloween houses are so much fun. Boo. In the Haunted House, written by Eve Bunting and illustrated by Susan Madow. The Story of the Jack-o'-lantern by Catherine Teagan and illustrated by Brandon Dorman. There once was a man named Jack who was stingy and mean. If Jack had the chance to take something, he took it. If Jack could do something nasty, he did. The people in the village hid when he came by. One night he met a too friendly man in the old village inn. It was the night of Halloween. The man had strange hands and feet. People whispered that he was evil. Some even said he was the devil. Jack was hungry and wanted a large meal, but he didn't have enough money to pay for it. "I'll pay for your dinner," said the man, "but you'll have to pay me back on the day that you die." Jack was greedy and ate until he could eat no more. He would worry about his debt another time. Many years later, on the night of Halloween, the moon shone brightly through a cloud-streaked sky. Because it was harvest time, there were vegetables piled high, pumpkins and turnips and gourds. Jack was walking back from the village. He saw the round orange pumpkins lying in his neighbor's field. In his usual thieving way, he stopped and took 2 pumpkins. Surely no one would notice. When he got home, he sat on his doorstep to hollow out the pumpkins and eat the seeds. He started to cut one pumpkin with his knife. It would make a fine soup. The strange man from the village inn suddenly appeared in front of Jack. "It's time to pay me back," he said. "But I'm not dead yet," said Jack. "You will be," said the man, and he threw a burning coal Jack's way. In one swift jump, Jack caught the coal inside the pumpkin, where it glowed with the beginnings of a smile. "You are not dead yet," said the man. "But when you go, you will not rest. Because of your life of meanness and greed, you are condemned to wander the earth in search of a home." Many years later, Jack did die. It is said that you can still see him searching for a place to eat, or a place to rest. He is called Jack of the Lantern because he carries a pumpkin that glows to light his way. Some people call him the Jack-o'-lantern. On Halloween, some people believe ghosts and spooks will leave their graves and wander the earth again. We dress up in costumes to scare the spirits away. And we light a jack-o'-lantern to remember what happened to Jack. The story of the jack-o'-lantern comes from many Irish folk tales. Most of the tales tell about a stingy man named Jack who managed to trick the devil, only to receive his comeuppance when he died. Jack was left to wander the earth without access to heaven or hell, carrying a lantern carved from a turnip with a burning coal tucked inside. For hundreds of years in Ireland, people would carve out vegetables such as turnips, gourds, and potatoes and light them to scare away the spirits. When the Irish people immigrated to America in the 1800s, they brought this favorite Halloween custom with them. But they discovered that pumpkins, which were more common in the United States, were easier to carve. In the 1900s, Americans began to carve fanciful faces and designs on their jack-o'-lanterns, as we do to this day. The story of the jack-o'-lantern. Scary, Scary Halloween by Eve Bunting and pictures by Jan Brett. I peer outside. There's something there that makes me shiver, spikes my hair. It must be Halloween. A skeleton with bones so white they gleam and glimmer in the night has come for Halloween. A ghost goes trailing, drifting by, with sunken mouth and sunken eye. Ghosts rise on Halloween. Little ones, stay safe inside. It's best to stay at home and hide on hallowed Halloween. A vampire and a werewolf prowl. One growls a growl, one howls a howl in praise of Halloween. Two witches grinning witchy grins have pointy hats and pointy chins. They're here for Halloween. Cover eye and cover ear, nightmares walk the streets of fear on dreaded Halloween. Goblins, gremlins skip and leap. They never rest, they never sleep. They're glad it's Halloween. A devil prances, fiery red, with horns a sprouting from his head. He knows it's Halloween. Thunder, thunder up above. What is it, mother? Shh, my love. It's just the thump of creature feet, a creature in a winding sheet. His claws are dragging on the floor. He's crashing, smashing at the door. Will he find us here below? Shh, my love, I cannot know. Trick or treat, it's Halloween. Am I the scariest thing you've seen tonight on Halloween? He didn't see us, didn't care. We weren't the ones he'd come to scare this night of Halloween. It's quiet now, the monster's gone, the streets are ours until the dawn. We're out, we prowlers of the night, who snap and snarl and claw and bite. We stalk the shadows, dark, unseen. Goodbye till next year, Halloween. Scary, scary Halloween.
Well, did you enjoy those scary stories? I certainly did. Now, it's time to go outside and scare someone. That sounds like a good time. Now remember, don't eat too much candy and get to bed early, because if you don't, well, there are pretty scary things in the night. Bye-bye. Oh, happy Halloween.